All right, let's talk about building a real deal, recurring revenue machine. Today, we're digging into the actual blueprint for using GoHighLevel's SaaS mode to create a business that pays you month after month. And this isn't just theory, okay? This is a practical guide to building a sellable asset. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with why this is even possible, the SaaS revolution. Then we'll get into the most important part, the mindset shift you absolutely have to make. After that, we'll architect the whole system, walk through a crazy fast 5-day launch plan, face some hard truths about why people fail, and finally, talk about the real prize at the end of this journey. Okay, let's dive right into section 1, the SaaS revolution. Because look, to really get why this blueprint is so powerful, you first have to understand the massive change that opened up this opportunity for all of us.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? In the old world, software was this big, clunky thing you bought in a box. It was expensive, you had to install it on your own servers, and updates were a total nightmare. But SaaS, software as a service, it completely flipped the script. Now, software is like a utility. It's low cost, it lives in the cloud, it's always up to date, and it's built for automation.
And this is the whole point. SaaS absolutely destroyed the friction. It leveled the playing field. All of a sudden, your local chiropractor or that pizza shop down the street could get their hands on tools that were more powerful than what a Fortune 500 company had just a decade and a half ago. That democratization is the entire foundation we're building on today. All right, moving on to section 2, and honestly, this is the aha moment. If you get this one idea, everything else is going to click into place. It's a fundamental shift in how you need to think about this business.
The term you need to burn into your brain is SaaS as a framework. You are not a software developer. You're not going to be sitting in a dark room writing millions of lines of code. No, you are using a powerful, pre-built system as the foundation to deliver your own unique solution. It's faster, it's smarter, and it's way more accessible. Let me say that again, because it's crucial. You are reselling infrastructure. The tech itself, that's basically a commodity. Your actual business, the thing that makes you money, is the unique positioning, the promise, and the specific solution that you build on top of that infrastructure. So, that begs a question, right? If you're not building the software itself, then what in the world are you actually building?
And that question leads us perfectly into section 3, your system's architecture. Let's actually look at the layers of this thing you're going to put together. Think of it like this. At the very bottom, your foundation is the GoHighLevel platform. That's your infrastructure. On top of that, you plug in Stripe. That's your billing engine. Then you have your automation layer, the brains of the operation. The delivery layer is how you get your customers set up with their specific tools. But look at that top layer, the positioning layer. That's your niche, your promise. And I'm telling you, this is where 99% of people fail. They get obsessed with the tech and they completely forget about the market. And that automation layer we just talked about, it is absolutely non-negotiable. The moment a client pays you, their account, their features, their login, it should all be created and sent to them instantly with 0 humans involved. If you have to manually do any of that, you haven't built a SaaS business. You've just built yourself a really complicated, high-tech job. So to make this whole system solid, you've got to nail these 4 pillars. First, your billing has to be automatic and totally reliable. Second, you have to control which features people get at different price points. That's how you create value. Third, the whole experience has to be white-labeled so your clients feel like it's their own platform. And finally, AI and automation. That's your engine. That's what lets you scale without hiring a massive support team. Okay, enough theory. Let's get to the fun part, the most actionable section of this whole explainer, the 5-day launch plan. This is exactly how you go from just an idea to having a paying customer in less than a single week. Here's the roadmap. It's a sprint, not a marathon. The first 4 phases are jammed into 5 days, and the goal is just to get something live. Phase 1 is the tech setup. Phase 2, you're building your plans and pricing. Phase 3 is just a simple way to take money. And Phase 4 is all about automating that welcome experience. Only after all of that is working and stable do you even think about anything else. So for those first 2 days, your one and only goal is to build something that functions. That's it. Forget about picking the perfect niche. Don't worry about building some crazy 10-step funnel. Just get the core system wired up and working. Speed comes from simplicity. Now, Phase 4 is absolutely critical. This is where you win or lose. Your automated onboarding must give your new customer a quick win, a real, tangible result in under 24 hours. If they don't see value immediately, they are going to cancel. I promise you. It's basically a law of SaaS.
And that leads us right into section 5. Let's talk reality for a second. It's time for some hard truths.
because not everyone who tries this succeeds. Let's break down the common reasons why people fail at this exact model.
And you know what? It almost always comes down to one of these four things. They have no idea who they're selling to, no niche clarity. They try to build this monstrous system with every feature under the sun. Their onboarding is confusing and slow, so people quit. And maybe most importantly, they sell features, not a clear, powerful outcome.
You have to burn this into your brain. The real formula for a profitable SaaS is this. Controlling churn is way more important than client volume. It's not about how many customers you can get, it's about how many you can keep. Pouring users into a leaky bucket is a losing game.
And this is probably the best piece of tough love you're gonna get. If your customers are leaving just as fast as they sign up, your marketing is not the problem. Your product is the problem. Your onboarding is the problem. So stop throwing money at ads and go fix the core reason people are leaving in the first place.
All right, let's bring it all home with our final section, the leveraged income prize. It's time to give a final verdict on what this business model really is and what the ultimate reward looks like. First things first, can we please just forget the myth of passive income? It doesn't exist. It's a fantasy. What you're building here is something much more real and way more powerful, leveraged income. Yeah, it takes a high initial effort to build this system right, but once that system is built, you can sell it over and over and over again with very low maintenance. You systematize to reduce your effort over time. And that, right there, is the real prize. When you follow this blueprint and you do it right, you're not just creating another monthly paycheck. You are building a predictable, low-overhead business, a true sellable asset that you could one day exit for a life-changing amount of money. So, we'll leave you with this final thought. You have the blueprint now. The entire architectural plan is right in front of you. The only question left is, are you going to use it to build a real automated business, or are you going to fall into the same old traps and just create another demanding job for yourself? The choice is yours.